Baby, now I got the flow. I'm about to pull up. His wishful kindness. And I've been waiting so long. Now I gotta resurface.
Welcome to Controversial AF. I am Tanya J, my co-host.
Hey.
Chuck Price.
Hi, I'm Chuck.
We're here today at Adios here with Jose. Jose, if you could present yourself, tell us who you are.
Yeah, my name is Jose Medina Camacho. I've lived in Birmingham for about 20-something years, but originally from Michoacan.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
and you
Jose.
are the proud owner of
Adios.
Yay.
Y'all got something else cooking too, right?
Yeah, we got a taqueria, like a very classic taqueria, a couple blocks over, called Salud.
It's open already?
No, it's in construction. We started construction last week.
Okay.
And hopefully we will be finished in a couple months, 5 months.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That's
Y'all pull up.
Yeah.
We talked about it the last time. So what happened? It was too loud?
So it was too loud. The background was too loud. One, so it messed up the audio.
I got you. We did this before, folks. It was
Yeah.
super fun.
This is
Round two.
Round two. Let's go.
I swear to
What are we talking
y'all
about?
can't
Let's go.
keep
What
that
we
because
doing?
you have not kept that a secret. But yeah, anyway,
That's
so
fine.
we're gonna talk about some things that's going on right now. Let's talk about like racial disparity in the food industry, and I'm quite sure with Jose not only being
Food and beverage.
food and beverage. Yeah,
Yes.
let's say that. I'm not correction. Not just being the owner of Adios, you do have other places that you focus on where you do other ventures outside of this.
Operate.
Yeah, I do a little consulting. So I did a little consulting for Automatic. I was the beverage director there for like 3.5 years. Then
And
when
it
I
was
left-
great while you were there. Fantastic.
And then when I left, they're like, hey, can you stay on for a couple more months? And so I just like helped like orchestrate like, wine lists, cocktails, and then recently they were like, I think we have it for now. But they're opening up a second location called Current, April 3rd, and so I'm doing the beverage list for that. So
Birmingham or somewhere?
Birmingham. So Red Mountain Theater has a little
Yeah.
another building right beside it.
Yeah.
So it's going there.
Oh, that'd be
Okay.
cool.
All
It'll
right.
be Southeast Asian with a ton of sake, Japanese whiskey, soju.
A little habiki.
It's good.
Like
Yeah.
it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So as a beverage connoisseur, tell me what you have seen as far as pros and cons.
Well, I mean, there's a
Let's start with the pros. I don't want to start out with cons.
No, start with the cons. Nobody cares about the pros. We want to talk about things that need to be changed, right?
Yeah, we do. We do need to talk about change, but can we not appreciate the things that we are grateful for, right? But
If
we'll
you're-
start with the con. Let's do you. We'll do you today. I asked
mean-
you, did you want to lead? I'm sorry.
no.
Go
You're
ahead.
good. I mean, cons. What does that mean? Like, to me, I think the cons are people opening up spaces and not really being there to operate them. It being a waste of time, waste of money. Like, why do you open something up and don't learn or operate it to the full potential? That's the only con I think I can think of when it comes to the food and beverage industry. It's like,
Absentee owners.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
like you spend hundreds of thousands of dollars on this.
What, can you not call them investors? Is that really what they want to
Yeah,
see
but if you're
themselves
going to do
as?
that, though, I also feel like you should employ people who have their finger on the pulse of whatever city or industry or whatever. A lot of people will open a spot, hire some people that nobody's ever heard of, and then leave, and they just think it's going to print money, and that's not how it happens.
And I always, what I tell people is like, if you're opening up something, like, go work in that industry, understand what happens in the industry, understands like what your employees go through when it comes to like their feelings and how guests treat them. All of that needs to be in consideration when you open up a business. And
Right.
so like, excuse me. And it's not just like being absent in the business, but absent in like the business,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, the culture of it.
Yeah.
Like, for example, if I was going to open a bar, number one, I would make sure that I patronize a bunch of bars
Yeah.
around the area that I'm going to open, number one. Get cool with people, whatever. Number two, I don't know anything about that. So I will be president of the bar, but I'm going to hire Jose to run the joint. That's how it should be. But that's not how
So
it
you're just
happens.
saying you actually need a body president accounting for? Because
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
it seems really.
Yeah.
Not only that, like, don't just do research in this market.
Yes.
What cool thing do you want to bring into this market?
Absolutely.
Because this market is like, it's been the same thing for a while.
Yeah.
And it's like,
Getting a little saturated.
when we brought in this concept into this market, like, I honestly, like, as a Mexican person in this market 5 years ago, this probably wouldn't have worked. You know?
Yeah.
It
I
kind
wouldn't
of,
say you're wrong because of the people that are behind it, but I don't know.
Yes and no.
Yeah.
I think 5 years ago, I hadn't created a brand for myself.
Yeah.
Neither had Jesus.
Yeah.
He was just getting started at Highlands Bottega.
Yeah.
I was just getting started or finishing up working at Marble Ring.
Yep.
You know, which I had one little piece written in like punch. That's a very minuscule like.
Yeah.
Okay, so you got to know the business, you grew up in the business, so you're able to appreciate the business. And I'm hearing you guys, and I guess this is where the controversies come into it. When, of course, you talk to a military person, but if someone is invested, they have the money, they employ someone that they feel can handle the position, like, why do you need me present? Is it that you just want me to appreciate you in that, or is it?
Not necessarily. I mean, at first, you don't have to always be there, but you should be there at least the first year,
Okay.
and not every day.
Yeah.
You just need to be like, yo, you good? What can I
Right.
do for you?
Right.
Okay.
You know, like, sure, you're investing all this money, but you also have to invest in that person. And whether that means you sending that person to go to New York or Chicago to explore, like, you take them to places that you have seen that to you are operating and you like the vibe there, because you just telling me that you like XXX doesn't mean shit.
Right.
Like until
Yeah.
until I see it and experience it for myself, then you don't know.
So I need to see you do it.
I also feel like it's important to be present because you can see like the pros and the cons yourself, as opposed to like somebody I've employed waiting until the very last minute to tell me all these lists of things. But if I had seen them in real time, I could make some sort of like corrective action or whatever, or understand where they're coming from a little bit easier.
For sure.
I get that. I get it. I totally get that. So what do you?
But you can also hire somebody that's incredibly professional about the business, and then you don't have to be present. You don't want to. Most investors don't want to pay them the money that they deserve.
Yeah, that's right.
You know,
Okay,
like-
so there's it.
Like they want to pay you like $45K, and that's not enough money to deal with the headache of being the GM of a bar that's open 7 days a week.
Yep.
And you're like,
So that's what you've seen now in this industry.
Oh,
That a
for
lot
sure.
of people are opening up and not really investing in it wholeheartedly, not
Yeah.
just financially.
well, there's also like, or opening up something too big, and
Yeah.
it's like, the country as a whole is not, they don't have the people to sustain a business in your vision. Like, you know, I'm very grateful for the staff that I do have here. It's like everybody is invested and they're like, we love it. They see my vision and they help
Yep.
feed
Yeah.
that vision to the humans.
Yeah.
You know,
Longevity is
but
key.
that doesn't always translate everywhere, unfortunately.
Okay, so let's talk about in the beverage industry. Tell me what you see in that as far as racial disparity.
Well, I mean, if you look at if you're following any kind of beverage, like alcohol beverage platforms, you're just now seeing people of color
Yeah.
shining more than before. Before it was just white dudes.
Yep.
You know, now it's not even people of color. It's women.
Yep.
It's trans people.
Yep.
It's
Well, wait a minute.
Latinas.
We had Diddy for a minute now. we had Diddy for a minute in the beverage industry.
Yeah.
He was big on that.
but
But of course, he'd have been ousted a little bit because of what he got going on. But
and not only that is like he's still from a market that is like not really nobody cares about this market. You know, it wasn't until Eric and Steva, two big key roles in like bringing attention to this market.
Yep. And Jess Parsons.
And Jess Parsons. Yeah. But like they're the ones that are like they're traveling and meet and greet and being like, hey, Birmingham is the best place to go. You should come to Birmingham. Why is Birmingham great? There's all this cool stuff, you know.
Yep.
It's like we're not a big city, but we have a huge heart.
Jess,
You know.
I just said your name. Wave for the people. Wave to the camera. Just get in there. Just wave.
Come on in, baby.
That's Jess Parsons. She's dope. Okay. All right. Love you, man. Toodles. Okay.
can we say what Jess Parson is? Who she is? What did she do?
So she used to be the USBG president,
Yes.
which is the United States
Bartender
Bartenders
Guild.
Guild.
Okay.
And
Which
she's-
is no more now here. It's not a Birmingham chapter
No,
anymore.
we got canceled.
Yeah.
And not canceled in the way that like a bad cancel.
Right,
It was
it's
just
just-
like
yeah.
we didn't have enough members.
Enough
We weren't,
participation,
yeah.
we weren't producing enough money.
Y'all had fun stuff though. That was a good time. It was a good
Oh.
run.
So going back to that disparity in the beverage. Come on.
Yeah.
We're getting there. Yeah.
So I mean, she did a lot of things in the industry, but it hasn't been until recently that we have gotten more attention in this market.
Yeah.
You know, there's a bar down the street that no longer is with us that claimed to be the first cocktail bar in the city.
Yep.
And that's a bunch of bullshit because
Wait, which bar claimed to be the first? Well, never mind.
Can I say it? I can't say it.
You can. It's your
Queens
podcast.
Park. Are we talking about Queens
Yeah,
Park?
yeah.
Yeah. I really love that.
Yeah, well,
Atmosphere was fun.
I love Larry. That's not
It
the
was
first cocktail
so
bar
fun.
in the city.
look, I'm not saying it wasn't the first cocktail bar, but like
It's not.
you define what a cocktail bar
Sure.
is, and then I'll tell you if that's the first
Well,
bar
see,
in the
don't
city.
even ask me. I enjoy the atmosphere. I don't even drink alcohol, you guys.
Yeah.
Okay. But I enjoy the atmosphere, so that I did. But
And by no means am I like
No,
talking
we're not-
shit about
oh
them.
yeah, no, you
We
speaking
love
your
Larry.
truth.
Larry,
Come
we
on,
love
you
you.
speaking your truth.
I
Come
am
on.
just saying that Laura went
Yes.
on a big platform and said they were the first cocktail bar in
Well,
the city.
you know what? That's off camera. I got some things to say about that one. So keep going.
No, can we
But,
put it on camera?
You know, it's like
That's wild.
Collins Bar
Yes.
has been there so much
Forever.
longer, and they were not the. I mean, I guess they were the first like actual.
I think
like,
downtown, yeah.
Classic
I promise
cocktail
God.
bar.
Can
like-
I only say it's sad? I know about the bars, but Collins Bar had the best hot dogs.
Do
I
they?
only know about that, not the alcohol. But
I
the
mean,
food,
their
but
tater
go
tots are
ahead.
good too.
Holler Lee Fantasia soon.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
But,
and the hummus.
but yeah, they were the first ones, and it's like, I don't know how we got to that, but
Yeah.
at the end of the day, we're just now getting attention in
Yeah.
this market for the
Right.
beverage scene. Before it was just Frank.
Yep.
It was
Chris.
Hastings.
Yep.
It was just chefs, and it's like what a lot of people don't understand is like, yes,
They're-
these chefs are creating amazing things, but the beverage part of it is a big
It's a-
factor in
It is.
people enjoying themselves in a restaurant.
Yeah.
So my goal is to bring attention to the beverage scene in this market. Because we are doing a lot of really crazy, like not crazy, but we're doing a lot of really cool things. You know,
Beverage-
for a small market that that is in a controlled state,
Yeah.
we're creating some fun shit.
The
You know?
the beverage industry is like tires on a car. The car can be super fancy or whatever. If you ain't got no tires, you ain't going nowhere.
Yeah.
Think it through. Boom. I just came up with that one, guys. Feel free to use it. It's
Pretty
fine.
good.
And it was a boom.
It's true. I mean, it's
Yeah.
true. So, you know.
Yeah. Okay, so give me what have you seen out? Because you've been out to the fields,
Yeah, yeah.
to the actual companies that produces
Oh, yeah.
personal
That's, yeah, we'll
alcohol.
talk
Tell me about that.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, people are, I guess, like, are you talking about like distilleries and stuff?
Distilleries, wine farms.
So
Is that what
yeah, I
call
mean,
them?
we I think the last time we talked
Mm-hmm.
about
Oh, grow,
the wine
wine
industry
grow,
and,
We did,
and
yeah.
how that, my opinion on that, and you know, I don't think you're ever gonna have a perfect industry, but there's a lot of like small things that I think people think about something and they're like, oh my god, that's so good, and they all they think about is like, is this organic? Is this non-GMO?
Yeah.
But it's like, do you understand the labor practices that are going behind this?
Mm-hmm.
They're hiring a bunch of immigrants, which is great. You should hire immigrants, but they're not treated well. Like I went to a winery in Willamette
Yes, this is where we were.
in it's Dallas.
Call it out.
Yeah.
I mean, if there's
Yeah,
an issue, call it
yeah,
out so that
in
we can make it
Dallas,
awareness.
Oregon,
Bring the awareness.
And it was a bunch of migrants working the fields. They had no porta potties for them.
That's right.
Mm.
I saw a lady pee herself because she.
Didn't
They
wanna-
were like, you can go to the bathroom, but it's like walking all the way to the pizzazz.
Yeah.
And
Where
these
it doesn't-
people
yeah.
get paid based on the bucket of grapes they pick.
wow.
And so she was like, I'd rather pee
Pee
myself
myself than lose money.
lose 6-7 buckets. And then even after all that, I was like, okay, this is crazy. I couldn't believe that I just saw that. And then the winemaker was like, so when it's picking season, there's these giant plastic containers they probably have like 100 gallons of where they dump the grapes. And he was so angry, like screaming at them that they weren't picking fast enough. And you're like, my boy, they are like,
Yes,
they
come
can
on.
only work. You are being cheap. You don't want to hire more people to be able to pick all the grapes because you usually start picking early in the morning, like 6, 7 in the morning before the sun goes up. Because once that sun starts hitting,
Yeah.
it's kind of unbearable to
Yeah.
pick. And so they pick from like 6 to 12. Well, on that same day that I was there, somebody, they were like looters that drove into the property and stole all the migrant people's identifications, money, wallets, everything. And the winemaker was just like, oh, tough shit. And you're like, brah.
So listen, look, people are in business to make money, but you can make money and also be a decent human being, right?
Yeah.
Like those two things are not mutually exclusive. You can be both and just do better.
And that doesn't just happen in the wine business. That happens in every industry, like clothing. It happens. So like, I guess just.
So is it an immigrant issue, or is it an immigrant issue in the labor laws in America?
For sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. I mean,
Yeah.
I was talking about this last night. Is I worked for a company that I will not disclose. You know, I was an immigrant until I was 21. I've been in this country for 30 years.
That's right.
Just got a green card like 6 months ago.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
Go you.
Congrats.
Everybody clap for Jose.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's fine.
but I worked for this company that they had to close their business down, and the owner laughed at me when I asked him for my last check. He's like, "Oh, you've been paid under the table. You don't get a check."
What?
Yeah, in the city,
Again.
and they're like, "You can't do anything about it."
Okay.
And it was like
Wow.
$1,200 to $1,300 worth of.
Seriously?
Yes. And of course, like, I really couldn't do anything about it because they were paying me under the table, you know. And I mean, I could out them out.
Yes.
Why not?
But at that time, I was like,
Afraid.
you know, you don't know
Yeah.
what it feels like to be an immigrant until you feel that. You know? For example, like, my mother got picked up by immigration when I was like 7 or 8. She worked at a book production place, and all I remember was my mother showing up later that night, and they were like, she was like crying, and she was like, "Oh my God, thank you so much for like, I'm so glad to see you. I thought I was never gonna see you. It was me, my brother, and my siblings with our babysitter." And she was like, and ever since then, it was like there was always that fear of I could be picked up, I could be
me.
gone. I don't look. I came here when I was 3. I don't know my country. Like, I went to Mexico last year. Kind of, I was like, I shouldn't go, but my heart was like, you got to go. It's like I may not be able to come back in because I don't have a status. And
That's true. That's
immigration
a very
was
real
like,
thing.
okay, they were like, you know, don't do that again. But I was like, fuck yeah, let's go. But all that is like going back to that paycheck. It was like I was scared. I was like, I don't know what this means. I would hate to lose everything that I've been working for, as in like just working in the industry. But it's something as simple as that. It's like, yeah, the immigrant people are definitely a big target in this country.
Absolutely. ICE is real, yo.
That get abused,
Oh my
used and
God.
abused, and
I think being a minority in this country is
sure.
being
Yeah.
a target. Immigration is one of those factors. I mean, because
for sure, it all falls under
being black in America is mug. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
But not to take away from your own thing, but I totally get it. But as far as like I want to go back to that winery that you went to.
Yeah.
Where you saw the inhumane is what I'm gonna call it, because if I gotta use the bathroom myself so I can make sure that I can pay my bills, that's kind of inhumane.
Yeah.
That's just not right.
It's not right
insane.
at all. At
insane.
What you, as being someone that witnessed that
Yeah.
and seeing this is your people,
Yeah.
I want to ask you, one, what did you do?
I had to leave.
Yeah.
I said, I gotta go.
Yeah. I'm not
Okay.
gonna be a part of this. No.
Because I was just like, look, what can I do? I can drop their wine, which I did,
Yep.
and tell people in
Yep.
my industry
Yep.
And you can bring
what,
awareness.
Yep.
what I saw, and then I started asking those questions when I met with winemakers, like, what are your practices? Like, sure, you practice organic, biodynamic, all this dumb shit.
So I'm gonna be controversial. What was the name of it again?
The name of the winery?
Yeah.
I don't.
Nah, don't do that.
I can't.
Yeah.
I would love to, but like, I didn't say the business that fucked me over. I'm not gonna say
Right.
I get
that
it.
business.
That's fair.
I totally get it. And that's fair.
And I'm never. You're never gonna catch me
yeah.
talking. Some people say shit, but it's the
Yeah.
truth. in a
Disparaging, like.
yeah.
And I get that. I
It's-
totally get it. And I wouldn't want you to do that.
But he's
say-
also, but in his own personal experiences, talking to other restaurateurs, bar people, he's told them don't rock with these people. So I think that's
No,
good.
it's like I tell them this was my experience
Yeah.
at this place.
Okay. I just want to know how you helped them. Yeah, so you did. You made sure to go back and tell others.
Yeah, and people are gonna still buy their stuff.
Sure.
They make one of the best Pinot Noirs in that market.
Mm.
But I mean, if I got to talking bad about, not bad, but talking the
No.
truth about all these different
truth.
things,
Yeah.
we would be talking about a lot of different brands.
That's
about
true.
Look at Bullet Bourbon
I was just about to talk about Bullet.
and Ebony Major
'Cause
that
we-
lives in this.
We
lives in
hurt
this
Bullet.
city.
We hurt Bullet some years ago over that nonsense. That was
Well,
crazy.
that was like Bullet has this. It has a long history.
Give me a recap. What happened?
So Bullet, Tom Bullet, the owner of Bullet, creator of Bullet, his daughter
His
is
daughter.
a lesbian.
Yep.
So he didn't accept her for who she was. Pretty much fired her. She helped create. She was a big part of growing that brand.
Yep.
And she just kind of like got thrown to the side of the road.
It got out. We hurt Bullet in Birmingham. I can tell you
Yeah.
that.
Oh, for sure. It was a
Oh,
big
God
it was a
bless.
big market mover here in this
Yeah.
market.
I don't-
Not,
that- I
not
can't
only that,
understand
but then he had some controversial stuff with Ebony Major.
Yeah.
She lives in town. She's a whiskey blender. I can't tell you like the exact thing that happened, but something happened with I think it's like racial discrimination.
Something. Yeah.
To a point where they are in the middle of a lawsuit
Yeah.
still right now, or it may have just ended. But that brand itself has a lot of controversy, but people still drink it.
We don't.
Yeah,
So,
we don't.
but-
We
You
do
don't.
not.
You
So
don't.
I'm gonna go
You
here.
don't see it behind any beverage program that I put. As
Yep.
soon as that happened, we took it off the shelf.
Yep.
So I'm gonna go, and I know we're talking about beverage, but as a parent that's LGBTQ ally for my child,
Yeah.
I don't see how a parent cannot love a child enough to love them for who they are. Like, who
Yeah.
am I to decide what you want? You know what
I
I'm
hate
saying?
the word.
Who am I to decide to say who you love? What I want you to do is be loved. So as a parent, accept your child for who they are, not for what you want them to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hate
So,
the word
I do
ally.
that. Why? What else? What other word can you say?
Just
I won't say a supporter because supporters are not always that supportive.
I don't know. It's like a trigger for me for some reason. I don't
Why?
know. I don't love the word.
Well,
I mean, just
shout
treat
out for
people.
the socks.
If you sure, okay.
Hey, let's
I
support
just-
pride. We
didn't
support
even-
pride. No.
For sure.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
I just don't like it. It tries to pigeonhole people. I think. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like if you just treat people right, just treat them right.
Yeah, as a human.
This is
basically.
it. I don't.
Yeah.
It's controversial.
It's disrespect.
I'll say this too. I don't like the whole pronoun thing that we're on either. That drives me nuts. Just if you tell me, sure, but like, I feel like don't get offended if I don't know, because I've seen that happen. I've seen that go super south very, very quickly.
Right.
But just treat people right, and like I don't know. It gets sort of weird.
I mean,
I mean, it's just like I don't like the term Latinx.
Right.
Like Latinx, I think we are Latin people,
Right.
Latinos.
The only reason I guess
I don't
that,
think Latinos derives to any gender
Yeah.
or whatever. Just we are all Latinos.
Yeah.
I guess the only part about the pronoun part that I don't mind is that you are identifying it yourself. Like the reason Latinx, I don't think you should ever use the word African American in the United States. It literally makes no sense to me.
Yeah.
You black, we ain't calling people Caucasian American, European American, whatever. White folks, black folks, like keep it moving. It's a weird thing for me. Sorry.
Yeah, I get it.
But when you're outside the continental United States, it's fine. Sorry.
Got it. All right. So,
There are not enough minorities in the food and beverage industry though.
For sure. I mean, I think also one thing we talked about was like I walked into this bar and the bartender assumed that I worked in the kitchen because I was
Yep.
Mexican.
oh wow.
And at the time I was running the beverage program at Automatic, and I didn't correct him.
No.
It's like, yep, I do work in the kitchen. I wash dishes and
Yep.
moved along with the story. And then a little while later, he was like, I'm so sorry that I assumed that you work. He didn't say because I was Mexican or
But you knew.
Latino,
But
but
you
I was
knew.
like, dog, it's not that deep. I was like, maybe ask questions and
Don't assume.
You know,
Don't assume.
talk to your people. That's what you're supposed to do when you work
So
behind
much
the bar.
similarities in our communities. You don't understand.
Yeah.
There's a lot of similarities in our community. So we spoke on that. Do y'all have anything coming up?
We have
Opening a salute.
Yeah, we'll open up salute, but we got
we got some time.
we got Galentine's Day on Valentine's Day. Because why not?
And let me say, because this
I've never even heard of this concept till last year, and it is
why do you
hilarious.
say that? What is
I've
it?
never heard of Galentine's Day.
What does it mean?
It's just when all the girls come and hang out together for like a day.
Who don't have a Valentine?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, heartbreak for them.
And this is, wait a minute.
Or guys.
This
Or
is-
guys.
Yeah, but it's like it's been I guess historically women.
Yeah.
But I think everybody. I mean, it's just a time. I think Valentine's Day is like. I really hate all these holidays.
I hate
You know,
Valentine's
It's a
Day.
pagan
That's-
I hate
holiday.
all these holidays.
Y'all adopted it
'Cause
if
it's
you
like-
if you accept it, but
Who
it's
is y'all?
crazy. So you don't have a Valentine?
Keep moving. Keep moving.
Jesus.
Keep moving.
Look, we're just trying to create some fun.
That's it.
So
in the
wait a minute, you
space.
don't even have to say that this year is a leap year. So it's about you guys this year.
Please,
Lady,
nobody
happy-
believes that.
So I'm
Yeah.
gonna go ahead and put mine out. Happy
Who said
Valentine's, boo.
Y'all got a special menu?
We will have a special menu, and then we have the Mardi Gras or Fat Tuesday.
Fat Tuesday, yeah.
We'll be doing frozen hurricanes, and there is a parade that's going from the Margaret to Neon Moon.
Really?
And
Really?
$25 tickets, and you get a drink at every bar that you go to.
Did they do this last year?
Yeah.
Yeah,
But this
okay.
year there's a raffle for Drake tickets. 2 tickets to Drake.
March 27th?
No, March
I can't do
13th.
March 13th, okay.
Yeah, so next Tuesday. And then we got Bad Bunny's birthday on March 10th.
Why?
Hey.
Because why not?
It's so March 10th is a
I
Sunday.
may have to come in.
Yeah, it's a brunch. So Lee Pantazis that owns Gus's Hot Dogs. She's gonna come out and cook us some brunch.
If
and
you guys have ever had Gus hot dog, of course you all know. What is it on 2nd Avenue?
Fourth.
4th Avenue. I'm sorry, 4th Avenue. The bomb.
See,
I'm sorry.
for me, it's not even the hot dogs; it's the bologna sandwich.
Oh,
See, I'm not a carnivore, so
Yeah,
I think-
they have the
Yeah.
meatless.
he's made one. Lil Jon came and got one for me
Yeah.
one time when he was up here.
yeah, he's amazing.
Hey, I might be DJing up here too sometime, so y'all do that too.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Maybe March 10th. Who knows?
Look, we just love to host fun events
I'm
and
fun, by the
meet
way.
fun people. Yeah, I mean, you had people twerking on the floor
I-
and the tables.
I'm pretty certain. Hold on. Let me just say this real quick. I'm pretty certain that was the first time that Kodak Black has ever been played at Adios. It was amazing.
It was because we historically only play a lot of Spanish
guys-
music.
It was
Chuck wears many hats.
me and Marcus. Shout out to Marcus. Playing those
Another
instruments.
one. He's like DJ Khaled. Another one.
Yeah. Shout out to Marcus Morton, by the way.
Yeah, Marcus. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's your mentor.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
Yeah. If
amazing.
you think I'm fun.
And we got National Margarita coming up,
What is that?
February 22nd.
Okay.
And get me excited with some non-alcoholic
It's gonna.
events.
We got a whole menu.
tell.
We got a whole non-alcoholic
Adios
menu.
is not just for liquor drinkers, folks.
Yeah, we got.
Right.
We have a whole page and people order it all the time, and they're like, "Oh my God, this is so good." And then I'm like,
Wait a minute. What? How do they say it?
I don't want to tell. I don't
That was
want to
so
tell you. I don't know if like you really, if that's what you're looking for is like the non-alcoholic. And then I'm like, you talking about the non-alcohol drink? And they're like, this doesn't have alcohol. I was like,
The placebo effect.
no, my friend.
I love it.
It's like we can add a shot of whatever you want in there.
That's
but,
it, right.
You know,
That's it.
What else y'all got on the
No,
horizon?
that's
it?
about it. I just want to make sure how we're going to bring awareness
Yeah.
to this racial disparity.
Come
thing.
here just for,
just come say
Good
hi.
times.
Yeah, you don't even have to
Yeah.
drink.
No.
You can just come say hi.
At all. You
Move
can
on.
come
Move
Have
on
some
with your
water.
life. We have really good water.
I think, no, the
Good
last
water.
time I was
Water
here, you
right
gave me
here.
a non-alcoholic wine. What was that?
That's a Lights Sparkling Rosé.
That's what I had.
It's so good.
You gonna have one when we get done?
It's non-alcoholic, right?
It's not alcoholic.
Well, most definitely.
You got anything else on the horizon?
No.
Just that? Okay.
Just
That's
good.
it.
Just good vibes.
And make sure you treat your people right, man.
Hey, tip your bartenders. Say it all the time.
Tip your bartenders, but most importantly, like I don't want to go past that. Treat your people right. If you're in the market
That's
of
it.
investing into a business or whatever that may be, like Jose, delve yourself into it. Learn the industry. Learn that market. So when you go into it, you're giving your all to it. Like each one teach one, right?
Yeah. Also,
You know?
appreciate your like back of the house people.
Absolutely.
They,
Oh, yeah.
they are the real MVPs of making things happen. You
Look,
know,
the greatest thing.
your line cooks, your dishwashers.
Yes.
They are the heart of the restaurant.
Right.
So without them, the people that are serving you don't mean shit.
At all.
So the greatest thing that Kerrigan's ever did when Kerrigan's first opened was have that on the menu, where you could buy drinks for the people in the back.
Whoa.
Yeah. Yep.
I know that.
It's a good time.
That's
Because
nice.
You got to appreciate everybody.
And you can tip the cook too.
Actually, everybody, y'all should start at 20%. That should be the floor, but that's just my 2 cents. That's a whole different thing. It's crazy.
But they don't always go to the back of the house.
I'm just saying, sure, you're correct about that. I was just talking about tipping in general. The floor should be 20.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
I've seen some people do some weird things on high tabs, leave $4
So
on
we
a
have.
$150 tab. Like, what are
Happens
you doing?
here all the time.
Yeah.
You're like,
Hey,
oh.
if you're listening to this, don't
What?
be that person. Do better.
Give me an example of that person, 150 with a $5 tip.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it happens. You have no idea.
It's the look on Jose's
I've
face.
seen it.
Last Tuesday we had a $480 tab and somebody tipped nothing at first and then came back and left like $10.
So I was just in Louisville for a conference, and this person had a $120 tab, put no tip on the receipt, and then left $3. I felt so bad I was like, run my card for like a penny so I can make up for this tip, because that's crazy. Like, and the people were nice. It's not like there was an altercation or didn't get into it. They just cheat. Like, come on, do better.
Well, you got some of those out there. Again, y'all, thank you all for watching Controversials AF. Let me say that.
That's Jose.
That's me.
That's Chuck.
Hi.
I'm Tanya.
That's Tanya.
You guys come back and
That's
see
Martez behind the scenes too.
Yeah. Shout out
Bold
to
as
the
Lion.
boldest
Bold as
Lion
Lion
for
Studios.
always making us look amazing.
Well, I bring the quality of the video down. I know.
What do I bring?
You make it up.
Joy.
You bring it up.
Okay.
Joy. Yeah.
You better psych me up.
I
You're
am
not
doing
serious.
that.
You better.
That's.
And then you're gonna
It's the
probably-
glasses for me.
It's oh baby.
She got so excited. I love it.
Welcome to
No, ma'am.
Controversial Hey.
No, ma'am.
Okay,
We're
stop.
back.
We're starting.
We're back.
Hey.
Controversial AF. I'm Tanya.
You're not gonna tell them who I am?
No.
That's Jose, by the way.
That's me.
I may or may not be Chuck. It depends on the Tiny decides I'm Chuck today or not.
It's Chuck, y'all.
Do you identify as Chuck today?
I identify. That's my name and my pronoun. Chuck. Let's go. Do that.
Or are you DJ Justice?
Hey man, I'm fun
That
at
was
night. Make my real money at night.
There you go.
hilarious. What
What we got?
In the streets?
Hey man, listen. What we got?
What you got? What you got
You
coming
said you wanna
up?
talk
Do you
about
have
something
Do
on
you have anything coming up? Election or anything like that?
No.
You running for president?
I'm only president of myself. That's it.
Understood.
I'm in the campaign right now, but yeah. I don't like to talk about those things.
Yeah. So
In public?
It's gonna happen, huh?
In public?
Yeah, it's fair. Yeah.
but you work for the public.
I do. Power to the people. My boss says put people first. That's what I do on a daily basis.
City of Birmingham.
Yeah.
Have you guys heard of HICA, Hispanic Coalition of
Let's
Alabama?
talk
Tell me about it.
Let's talk about HICA. So HICA, I just recently got on the board there.
Oh, did you?
It's
Okay, cool.
I'm super excited.
Break it
They
down.
are kind of pioneers of helping immigrants
Mm-hmm.
in this community. They were focusing primarily on the Latino community.
Mm-hmm.
Now they are starting to open it to all communities.
Mm.
And so financial literacy, scholarships for
Mm-hmm.
people to go to school, for kids to go to school, pretty much any immigration like paperwork that you need to work on,
Mm-hmm.
they're there for you.
Okay.
And so we host. I'm gonna say we because I am a part of it. It takes a little time to like get used to that, but we do a big dinner called Sabor y Cultura.
Yep.
It happens at Jones Valley Teaching Farm.
Okay.
Which
And that's
is-
over in Woodland, right?
No,
that's
downtown.
down here,
Right
downtown,
downtown.
by the
Yeah.
Y. I mean, by the
I got super
Phillips Academy, right?
I got super
Right.
familiar with them when Isabel was still there.
and she's great.
She is super great.
She's got a yarn store, right?
Does she? Yeah.
In
Somewhere.
Forest Park.
She's also at
Okay.
the school.
Aspen?
No, it's the Catholic school.
Cristo Rey?
Yes.
Cristo Rey.
Yes.
Also a great.
Yeah.
If anybody's looking for their kids to go to a private school that doesn't necessarily always break the bank for
Yep.
a parent, they have a great rate of getting kids to college and
Yep.
getting them scholarships. So there's a lot of really great organizations I think that are helping everybody. And I mean, if anybody that's not Latino reached out to HICA for anything,
Absolutely.
they'd be happy to help
Absolutely.
Okay.
you with whatever it is that you're.
So it's for the Hispanic community primarily.
I don't want
cool
to say. I don't want to say that. It's just like.
But if it, I mean,
yeah,
is that's
but
the
everybody there speaks Spanish, which is
Yeah.
a big.
so for the
big thing.
Spanish-speaking
Yeah,
community.
so
Okay.
very. But
Sylvia's still there? Yeah.
Okay. So you guys hear about that? So how do they get in contact? How do they get
so
there?
you can just go to the HICA's website. I think it's like just HICA.com.
Spell HICA. H-E-K-A.
HICA.
They're in home.
HICA.
H-I-C-A. So
Yeah.
okay.
I thought there were 2 C's.
They're in what? No, it's one.
It's just one. They're in Homewood now.
HICA.org.
Probably.
Let's look it up.
Yeah, let's
Probably.
start
While
it.
we're on camera. But
But-
they're in home. It's in Homewood, right?
It's in West Homewood. Yeah.
So the grand opening was just what 2 years ago?
Yep.
But I was there. That was fun. Carlos done a good job too.
Okay, so correction is HICAalabama.org. HICAALABAMA.
They also, for you carnivores out there,
All
they
right.
also do a pig roast in August.
Yeah. So that's like what I was getting at is like 3 major
Yeah.
fundraisers, which is a dinner in September. You got the pig roast in August,
Yeah.
and then we do the tamale sale in December.
All
I don't think
right.
I know much.
So you can order tamales. If you order tamales, it's one of their bigger fundraisers. Tamales and now partnered with Santos Coffees.
Oh, cool.
So you can buy coffee to them. They donate a portion of the sales to the organization.
All right. So you guys, we heard about it. We see
So
about it.
Jose is not just doing good work here. He's doing
He is
good work
doing
in the
work in the
community.
community. That's
In the
what I'm
community,
saying.
that's
Like,
what I'm
do
talking
your
about.
thing,
That's
man.
why he's my guy.
Then there's also Jones Valley Teaching Fund that I
Oh,
also
true story.
So he is in the
to help
community,
with.
guys. You understand? You come down here and take some time to speak with Jose here at Adios. Thank you so much for having us. Thank you so much for being a big part of the community, not just speaking up and bringing awareness, also putting yourself forward. Controversial AF, Tanya.
That's Jose.
I'm Jose.
I don't know who I am.
This
Who
is
am I?
Chuck.
Yeah,
This
I'm
is
Chuck. Hi.
Chuck,
Bye. Love you, mean it. Toodles. Till next time.
Till next time.
All right.
All right.
And